everybody back? Everybody fed and watered and ready to carry on?
Yep, got me nuts.
Got your nuts. Are they nobbies?
Crazy at the minute. No, KP.
KP.
Other nuts do exist, but sponsor is KP.
Yes, other nuts are available, but we're quite fond of KP apparently. All right. So
we are nuts.
We are nuts. This is true.
What happened to Nobby's nuts? I haven't seen them anymore.
Oh yeah, I used to nibble on Nobby's nuts.
Yep. I feel like Nobbies were like a product of a very good marketing campaign, and then they just kind of fizzled out. I've not seen them for years either. Wonder if they still make them. Let's derail the podcast before we even started by having a little Google search. Let's have a little look.
I first heard about Nobby's nuts when I was in Australia.
I did. I remember the Noddy Holder advert. Where he's screaming, "No, not Noddy's nuts, Nobby's nuts."
Well, it seems they do
I
still
didn't
exist.
know that one.
They've got a very they've got a website that's showing all the different flavours they do. Sorry.
I'm a big fan of scampi fries, and last Christmas my flatmate bought me a box full of bags of scampi fries. It was amazing.
But they stink to high heaven.
They are tasty.
That's why they're such a good pub snack, though, Stu.
Reek.
They don't do the cheese moment ones anymore, and I couldn't find. I love cheese footballs. You can only ever find them at Christmas, but in Ealing, nowhere stocks them. So, ever since I've moved to London, I've not been able to get cheese footballs at Christmas. So I find Christmas kind of pointless.
Well, we'll cancel it. We're cancelling it just for you, mate.
Yeah, get this man some cheese footballs stat.
I'm sure I saw Nobby's nuts last time I was in a pub, but that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago for all of us at this point.
Yeah. Maybe that's why we're missing Nobby's nuts.
Anyway,
Well, maybe that's it. Maybe they're just available in one pub.
maybe they are. But anyway, before we go too deep down a nostalgic peanut flavoured rabbit hole, welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your games master for this game and for many others. And I'm joined by our regular cast members of Mr. Stu Sweet Chili Jackson.
Hello.
Mr. Neil Ribbon Saucy Kelly.
Hello.
And Mr. Darren salt coated peanut Mafucci.
Hello. I was hoping you'd say cheesy balls.
I did think of that as I was halfway through saying salted peanut flavour. So like missed opportunity, but there we go.
I thought you were going to call them salty nuts.
There we go. Salty nuts, cheesy balls. It's getting steamy in here tonight, folks. Wow. All right. How is everybody? All had a good break?
It's all right.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
Did a wee.
Can't complain.
Could be
Doing
worse.
better than Alwyn.
Yeah. Yeah, Owen's, I imagine, feeling a bit peaky after the current last few rounds of combat.
Well, I was
He's
surprised
all
that,
sorts of shades of messed up.
it was unusual for Otto to come out of a conflict unscathed.
Well, you're not out of it yet. That's all I'm going to say, Neil.
I spoke too soon. I've jinxed myself.
Yeah. Just before we do get back into it, I do feel a little bit of a need to apologise to you guys for the start. Well, for the last combat that we were running. I totally wasn't prepared for having 3 pivotal and complex NPCs all fight each other. But there we go. It is what it is, and I hope it was enjoyable nonetheless.
Oh yeah, totally. And once I've edited it down to about 50%,
It'd be great. So
I joke.
we think that last episode was like an hour and 10, hour and 15 long. It's really only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But there we go. All right, are we good to crack straight back on?
Yeah. See if I can remember this time that we're getting +1 to attacks and damage against the captain in this round.
Yep, she is Nadia is lending you her expertise, so be wise to make use of it.
I'm saying it to remind myself.
There you go. But all right, so bringing ourselves back into our game, our group of heroes, Otto von Niederschläger, Brother Amos, and Olwyn Templeton, have made their way to the Pale Tower, where they hope to be able to shut down the winter portal spreading ice and snow across their homeland far to the south. In doing so, they've met some of the denizens of the tower, including Radosek Pavril, who is the Winter Witch in charge of this area for the time being. And things have gone, let's say, sour between all of you. So Radosek, having initially trapped you all in the top floor of a tower, offered you a deal. He said to you he was willing to close down the winter portal that you were seeking to close yourselves in exchange for the 2 keys that were given to you by Black Midnight, Baba Yaga's Black Rider. You squirreled yourselves off away in a different room to discuss this offer, and you decided that you were going to take him up on it, if only as a means to get yourselves out of the tower, whereupon you fully intended to double-cross him, and you did. After being led back down to the courtyard by the captain of the guard, Captain Hester Gorlov, you spoke very briefly with Radosek, trying to get him to reveal the location of your companion Nadia's daughter, who had been taken some time ago. Initially, he refused, but eventually relented that he wouldn't tell you where she was, but he would tell you that she was no longer in Irison. And this seemed to anger Nadia, who rushed up to Radosek and attempted to put an axe in his head, which has led us into the current combat we find ourselves in. So you've been having a bit of a scrap, slugging it out in the courtyard, and sort of Radosek, perhaps sensing the tide turning a little bit, has just awoken the statue of the White Dragon, the ice sculpture that was in the centre of the courtyard. He's hopped up onto its back, and he's begun to take to the sky, which brings us back into our game quite nicely. So we are still in initiative, and acting next is going to be Brother Amos.
Oh. How far is the dragon? How far away is the dragon?
You can get up to the dragon with. You can get up to it with 20 feet of movement.
So I can reach it. It's not in the sky.
It looks like it's about to beat its wings and take off. It hasn't taken off yet.
Oh, okay. I'd quite like to leg it up to the dragon then, and I'm going to try something that I've tried before. I'm going to see if I can use my grappling hook to grab hold of.
To grab hold of Radosek. Okay. All right then. What did we do for this last time? Did we do it as a?
I can't remember.
Athletics roll.
Was it like? I think it was athletics. Yeah.
Yeah. Make an athletics roll. I think that's the best way to do it.
20.
20 actually will hit. You see where he's still a little bit winded from where you struck him in the chest. You loop this grappling hook, and it sort of whips around him and sort of sinks into him. You have him grabbed.
Pull him off.
So that is going to be all your turn there, I'm afraid. So one action to move.
Oh, okay.
Actually, sorry. Did you say you wanted to move up to him?
Yeah, I moved up to him.
Moved up to him, drew your grappling hook through the grappling hook.
And then threw it. Oh, okay. Okay, then I'm done.
That's your 3 actions. Right, end of your turn. We are back round to the guard captain. You sort of see she She looks over at Radosek, sort of mounting the back of this dragon statue, and you see she sort of spits, leaving me to do all the work myself. Are you? Okay. Still seems a little bit weary from that massive strike that she made initially against you, Olwyn. She settles into her now very familiar defensive guard, and she will once again make a swing at both yourself and Nadia. So she will swing at Nadia first. And Nadia is not at all quick enough to get out of the way of this strike, almost expecting her to go
Liberating
for you first.
step.
All right.
Liberating step on that.
All right. Nadia still takes a nasty strike from the greatsword, and seems to be struggling to keep herself standing as that sword passes past her. And Hestrig whips round to bring it to bear on you, Olwyn. That's an 18 to hit.
No, misses. Thank God.
She slams the greatsword into the ground. You see it coming just in time and step to the side. Ends her turn. And her last action, as I say, is to take this very defensive posture. But it's your turn, Olwyn.
Right. So Chardonnay is next to the captain as well.
Yes.
So first action will be Chardonnay, kill the captain. So that's going to be 2 jaws attacks from. Sorry, I'm eating nuts.
Made you hungry, haven't we? All that talk about pub snacks at the start.
I know, right? So 2 jaws attacks from Chardonnay. First one is 20, dirty 20.
That will hit.
Awesome. Oh, nice. 8 points of damage.
Good points of damage there.
And the second one is just 15.
A 15 will miss.
Yeah. And I don't know why I just popped another nut in my mouth, because I'm still on my go. And I'll have 2 goes with the rapier.
Alright, make 2 attacks.
The first one is 18.
18 will hit, just about.
Oh, sorry, 19, because... damn it, I forgot to add the... Yeah, it's an extra point of damage from Chardonnay. Because Chardonnay is an ally too, isn't he?
Yes, Nadia is considering Chardonnay an ally.
Yeah, cool. So that's actually a 19 from me.
So 19 does hit.
For 5 points of damage.
And once again, you see she sort of winds her blade as you thrust in. Uses her reaction to parry, and once again your sword does not touch her. But once again, she is going to attempt to shove you. Uh, 22 against your fort DC.
Oh yeah, that beats my fort DC.
Right. As you sort of go to strike her, she binds and winds you with her sword, and with a simple thrust of her arms, she knocks you back. You feel yourself slam into the icicle portcullis behind you.
Okay. Final action.
Yeah, last action.
I've got one more action. I'm going to drop my rapier and draw the longbow.
Okay, alright. End of your turn, Owen. We are back round to Otto.
Yes, who is nearest to me? Is it still Captain Orlov or is it Radosek?
It's still Captain Orlov.
Then I will produce flame for Captain Orlov.
All right, roll that attack.
17.
Oh, 17 is a miss. You once again you thrust towards her with your arm, Otto, and she wards you off with the tip of her sword.
Can I ask, did you remember to add the +1 because of the ally thing?
Oh no, I didn't. So that's 18.
18 is just a miss while she's in this defensive stance.
I'm still throwing single figures on my D20. So
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow!
I feel, although I did throw a 9 that time.
Hey, you're getting closer.
Yeah.
This is what dice gel's for, man.
And I will load my hand crossbow again.
All right. Okay.
That's me done.
That is you done. Okay. We're back round to Nadia. She sees that, Brother Amos, you've got Radosek sort of wrapped up with this this grappling hook. She breaks away from the captain, who is not able to take a swing at her. And you see she sort of dives out of the melee with the captain and the rest of you, leaps into the air and makes a strike towards Radosek himself. And you watch as she does manage to sink her axe into Radosek's into kind of his back a little bit. But that's going to end her turn. We are round to Radosek. So the first thing that Radosek is going to do is he's going to attempt to break free of your grappling hook grapple. What's your reflex DC, Brother Amos?
9.
So that'd be 19 total with +10. Yeah, you watch as Radosek sort of wriggles and writhes, and just manages to slip free of the bond that's holding him.
Okay.
He then uses... Yeah, he looks around at the rest of you, sort of looks over towards Otto, and you see familiar clusters of ice forming on his fingers, and he flicks them towards you. They start to cluster around your feet, Otto. I need you to give me a fortitude save, please.
What do I throw for that?
It's a D20
D20.
plus your fortitude save.
23.
23, nice, okay. So Otto, as this ice begins to build around your legs, it chills your flesh and it hurts quite a lot. You do take 7 points of cold damage reduced to 4, and you suffer no other ill effects.
Finally, I get to throw something decent.
And you watch as the last thing he does is he places a hand on the back, on kind of the neck of this dragon, and he just says, "Come now, up we go." And you watch as this dragon begins to lift off the ground, and in almost one singular swoop, beats its wings, lifts off the ground, and there is a whoosh of air as it flies almost straight upwards, and you see it perch on top of the tower.
With Radosek on it?
With Radosek on it.
Sorry, what does it perch on?
It perches on the top of the tower itself.
How high up is that?
The top of the tower is just over 100 feet high. But that ends his turn. We are back round to Brother Amos.
I don't really know what to do here.
Still the captain.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn my attention to Captain Wolf.
Right.
How far away from her am I?
You can get to flanking with 15 feet of movement.
Okay, so I'll move to flanking position.
Yep. She's not had her turn yet, so she can't take a swing at you.
I will attack with a flurry of blows.
Okay, make those attacks.
13.
13 will miss. Your fist thuds into kind of her back just on her furs, and it's a very muscular back that resists the worst of the blow.
And that's a 10.
And the same again. You go for a follow-up strike, and she doesn't even bother to take it. She lifts a hand off of her blade and just swats you aside with a firm grip. One action left.
Use my powerful fist.
Right, roll that attack.
18.
18 actually will hit because you're currently flanking with Otto. So roll damage for me.
1.
Plus your strength.
Plus 3, 4.
4 points of damage. Okay, you finally break through her guard and just crack her on the chin. That ends your turn. We are back around to Captain Orlov. And you see she watches Radosek as he flies up to the top of the tower, almost with a glare of fury in her eyes. You see she just sort of spits after him. Try fighting your own battles for once, you asshole. But nevertheless, she turns her attention back to you guys. Still, it is a little bit winded from this massive strike she made against you to start with, Orwin. Hasn't quite managed to catch her breath from that yet. So she stays. She will move away from all of you. Yeah, she moves away from all of you, sort of moving up behind Brother Amos. She makes a strike towards you with her greatsword. For a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. You take 12 points of slashing damage as she rakes the sword across you, Brother Amos.
Oh.
Liberating step.
7 points of slashing damage.
7 points.
Alright. And her last action, she lifts her sword again into this defensive posture, where she sort of raised it, kind of parallel with the ground. End of her turn. Olwyn, it's up to you.
Okay, first action would be to command Chardonnay to attack the captain. So with one move, 35 foot, can Chardonnay get in flanking with Brother Amos?
He can. That will mean moving. Actually, how cautious are you telling Chardonnay to be?
If Chardonnay can do it without going through any threatened squares, that would be the preference. But in one action, well, if it's going to take 2 actions.
Okay, Chardonnay can indeed get into range. You have to direct Chardonnay a little bit to move. It's a bit like a dog show, a very bloody dog show.
Go round that pillar. That's it. Good boy.
But Chardonnay does get into a flanking position with Brother Amos.
Okay, and a Jaws attack there.
Okay.
For 23.
Ooh, 23 will hit. Roll that damage.
Oh, max damage at 10 points of damage.
Nice. You can see the captain.
We're not getting the +1s now, are we?
Not this turn you won't, because Nardi broke away.
From the ally thing, no,
Yeah.
that's what I figured. Yeah, 10 points damage then.
Alright, you can see the captain starting to look a bit beaten and bloody. There's a few scrapes and scratches that are pouring blood from her.
Look, you can give it up and join us. He's obviously buggering off and leaving you to it. Anyway,
tell you what, Alwyn,
I'd like to fire the longbow. Oh, yeah.
give me a diplomacy roll.
Okay. Not my strong suit, and it's played out in the roll 9.
If she heard you, she doesn't respond to you.
No. Okay. And yeah, I'd like to take a couple of pot shots with the longbow at Radosek.
All right. What's the range increment on the longbow?
It is 100 foot.
100 feet. Yeah, you can do that. Make that attack. And are you attacking Radosek or are you attacking the dragon?
Oh, Radosek.
All right. Roll an attack.
Definitely Radosek. First one is pretty good. 25.
That actually will hit.
Yay. 6 points of damage.
Very nice.
And the second one. Nat 20.
Amazing.
Bullseye.
Nat 20. Which with the longbow also means first time I've ever been able to do this, I get a deadly D10 as well.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Hey.
You're not quite sure what happens with this shot, Orwin, but there is a yelp of incredible pain that sort of echoes down from the top of the tower. Roll normal damage for me, and then triple it.
Okay, I'm not going to triple the deadly D10 though, am I?
No. The deadly D10 is added afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, max on the D8. So that's 24 points off the D8, plus another 5 for 29 points.
Amazing.
Yeah!
That's very nice. Very, very nice.
So from killing people with a healer's tools to killing them with an arrow.
Killing them with the right tools for the job, eh? All right. End of your turn, then, Owen.
That's it. Yeah. Is it? So he's not dead then.
Doesn't seem to be. It's difficult to make out, but you can just about see him still standing. He's clutching his side very very gingerly. Yep, that ends your turn, Orwin. We're back round to Otto.
I will produce flame at Captain Orloff.
Right, roll that attack.
13.
13 will miss. It streaks past this little melee with Brother Amos and Chardonnay, streaks into one of the open dog houses, and sort of smacks into the wall in there.
That's because I threw a 5, but my crossbow is loaded, so I will have a shot with that too.
Okay, roll that attack.
Captain Orlov. Ooh. 23.
23 will hit. Roll damage for me.
Is that just a 1d4?
No, the crossbow should be... What kind of crossbow is it?
Just a hand crossbow.
Hand crossbow.
I think that might be a D6.
It is a D6. You're correct. You do watch as this bolt comes in. She sort of. Actually, can she do that? How do I roll it? Yes. You watch as very, very improbably she manages to catch the bolt on her blade and sort of begins to throw it past. Roll damage for me.
I throw a 4, and I add. What do I add to it?
You don't add anything to your range strikes.
No, so it's just a 4.
Sure. And very, very improbably, this bolt is sort of going straight in for her head, and she catches it on the blade and with one motion just flicks it, and the bolt plops harmlessly onto the ground.
And that's the end of my go.
Alright, we are back round to Nadia. So seeing that Radosek has disappeared, Nadia turns her focus back towards the captain. She sort of rushes up. As she does so, calling out, "We've got her on all sides now. She can't keep this up." Once again, you get your +1 to attack, to hit and damage against her. And for her last action, she will attempt to hit her with the hatchet. And you watch as Nadia sinks the axe quite heavily into Captain Orlov's back. End of her turn. We're round to Brother Amos.
Since I can understand Draconic, is the dragon saying anything?
The dragon was saying nothing.
Can I communicate with it?
You can try.
I can try. Okay. So I want to say to the dragon, you fight for us, we will win you your freedom.
Give me a diplomacy roll, Brother Amos.
This isn't going to go well at all. 17.
Okay. The dragon makes no indication that it's heard you.
Well, fuck you then. I guess I'm just going to have another crack at Captain Orlov.
Alright.
But yeah, just a flurry of blows, I think.
Okay, roll those 2 attacks.
26.
26 will hit.
7 damage.
7 damage, nice.
No, that misses.
Okay, 2 actions left. Actually, I'll say talking to the dragon was 1 action. 1 action left.
Yeah. Powerful fist.
Okay, roll that attack.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Okay. You sort of see the dragon rush up towards the top of the tower, and you call these words out to it that seem to fall on deaf ears, and you focus your attention back on Captain Orlov herself, and with a single strike you slip past the guard of her blade and you strike her square in the mouth. You hear a crack, and she sort of reels backwards as you do so. It's back round to her turn. You watch as she sort of spits on the ground, and you see a bloody lump sort of come flying out, which you'd recognise to be a tooth. And you see that she sort of spits this out, pops a hand up to her jaw, sort of looks around at all of you, and lets the blade sort of sink into the snow, and there's a thud as the blade hits the snow and the stone, and she pops her other hand up and sort of looks around at all of you and says, all right, you've made your point. That seems to be all she's doing for now. Olwyn, we're round to you.
Are you still going to kill her, Olwyn?
Olwyn is going to take 3 shots with the longbow at Radosek. Radosek's not moved, has he?
Radosek has, sorry. I took him out the initiative order, but he has...
Sorry.
After you shot him the first time, you did notice he's sort of dismounted from the dragon. And actually, give me a perception roll, Owen.
Okay. 25.
Okay. As you sort of look up to take more shots at Radosek, you do see that he seems to be fading away, much as you've seen him do so before.
Going to take a shot.
All right, roll
the arrow anyway.
Roll the attack.
Oh, it's another. I'm getting all Neil's good rolls. That's what it is. 26.
All right, roll damage for me.
6.
6. Is that 6 doubled, or is that?
No, that's just 6. 6 points of damage. Is it a critical hit?
Natural 20 is a critical hit, Stu.
Was 26 a critical?
No, I thought you said it was nat 20.
No, I rolled an 18.
I'm sorry,
For 26.
I heard nat 20 for some reason.
Oh no, I'm just saying I'm getting all Neil's good rolls.
I understand.
That doesn't make it a 20, sadly.
There we go. That was not a critical, so it's just regular damage.
No, so 6 points of damage then.
6 points. Okay, you loose the arrow, and it does. You do hear the scraping of metal on ice. The arrow seems to have had some effect, but you're not sure how much. And just as kind of you loose that arrow, you watch as Radosek disappears entirely.
Damn it. Okay. 2 more actions then. I'll walk back over to the captain, pick up her great sword.
She's still kind of she's still got kind of one hand on it. The tip of the blade is sunk into the snow. She's holding it with her right, and her left hand is up in this sort of friend kind of motion.
Right. Okay. I thought she dropped it as a. So I just ask her, "Where's he going?"
It's probably going back up to the top of the tower. That's where he's most secure.
Right, take us there.
Wait, do we need to do this? We need to do the other thing.
Yes, this first. He's pissed me off.
But do we really need to do it though? I mean, can't we just do the thing and then maybe do that first?
Do you know what? Otto, next time you want to burn someone, I'm not going to stand in your way. How about that?
that's probably a good idea, but I haven't been very good at burning anyone these days. Today, anyway. So no, I'm thinking maybe we should just do the thing we came to do, and then worry about Radosek later. I mean, that might take care of Radosek as well. You never know. We could, go back into that tower and go on a hunt all around and maybe get trapped again. And we have I'm more mission focused, I think.
All right, Captain. Where's Nadia's daughter?
Nadia's daughter. it is as Radosek tells you. She's not here.
Yeah, we know that, but where?
I don't know.
Who would?
Najena would know. Radosek probably knows, though he says he doesn't.
Najena, we know it. We've heard the name
Whatever. I know that Najena wanted the Thora girl for some witch business. I'm not privy to the details.
In White Castle. Is that right?
You mean White
City?
Throne?
White Throne, yes.
No. Well, that is where Najena currently is.
Yeah.
I do not think she took the Petska girl with her.
I suggest you tell Nadia what you know.
I just did. Like I said, I'm the captain of the guard here, not a damned witch.
Well, if Najena has her, and Najena's in White Throne, surely that's where Thora would be.
Quite possibly, but as I say, when Najena left, she left alone. She had nobody with her.
Nadia, we have business in White Throne. What would you like to do?
So we have business here too.
Do we? Well,
Yes.
we did, but you said
we
you
need to.
want us to get on. This cauldron thing's in White Throne.
Ah, is it?
Yes. That's the business we have in White Throne.
Yes. So we should go to White Throne.
Nadia, will you come with us, or...?
She sort of looks over at you as you say this, and she says, "Oi, White Throne. Tell you the truth, I've been thinking about relocating my family up in that direction, taking the boys up there. Waldsby's not really home no more. I tell you what, I've got family in White Throne who might be able to help you. I'll go to White Throne with you, but I'd really prefer to bury this axe in Radosek's head first."
I'm with you. Tell Otto. Tell you what, Amos. You break the deadlock. What do you think?
I'm not completely against punching a hole through Radosek's head.
I'm not against it.
Let's do
I
that.
just think we have other priorities. Something that it's more important that we stop this winter. That we close the portal.
If we were to seek our vengeance on Radosek, Captain, as his guard, what would you do?
Well, that depends. What kind of offer are you making me? I have my own issues with Radosek.
A free and happy life?
Oh yes, I want that too.
Legs? You get to keep them?
She lets go of the sword, Olwyn, and sort of draws herself up to her full height. And she sort of takes a step towards you. You don't scare me, half elf.
I'm not trying to scare you. You asked us what you'd get.
I think perhaps we're coming at this from the wrong angle. I'm thinking...
All right, here's what I want. You deal with Radosek. I will help you. Keep the guard out of your way. They are more loyal to me than to Radosek. In return, I want half of the treasures kept in Najena's room, in Najena's vault.
Seems perfectly reasonable.
Fine, yeah.
I'm fine with that, yes.
Okay.
So all Captain Orlov has to do is just keep the guard out of our way.
Yes.
But we also need to be able to move through the tower, so...
Oh yes, can you get us up there though? And back down again.
We need that shard.
Like this, she sort of produces the crystal shard.
Yes.
You can see she's sort of weighing it over in her head as she thinks about this.
I think what my colleague means is yes, please.
Yes, please, we need it.
All right. Use this to do what you must. Get vengeance for my ancestors, no? She shoves it into your chest, Owen.
Okay. For your ancestors.
We won't let you down.
Or we'll die trying.
Yes, that's the bit I don't like.
In fact, that's maybe quite likely. But yes, we'll do our best. There's 5 of us, one of him. Be fine. It'll be fine.
Him and his dragon.
Didn't the dragon stay outside?
The dragon has stayed outside. Yes, it's perched. You can see it's perched on the top of the tower, like a massive icy sentry.
There you go. Look, it's there. It's fine. Right.
Let's go kill him.
I really think. Does Captain, just to pressing you just slightly more, does the Pale Tower have a store of healing potions handy, by any chance?
If it does, most of the magical stuff is kept either on individual persons or up in the top of the tower.
I don't suppose you happen to have any, healing potions about your person, do you?
Diplomacy roll, please, Owen.
Now you've carved the shit out of me. Please heal me. Oh, natural 20. 24.
She sort of grunts into herself. All right. She sort of reaches under her furs and pulls out a vial containing a shimmering red liquid that you recognise as a lesser healing potion. Actually, no, that's a lie. It's a moderate healing potion.
Okay. And I'm really sorry, everyone, but bottoms
You
up.
need this more than we do.
Yes. So moderate. Here we go. 3d8 plus 10. Nice. So Owen gets back 24 hit points. He's looking a lot better now. A lot better.
So just as you're kind of having this exchange, with the time that it took, with the time that you were kind of kept up in the top of the tower, you're just starting to lose the last vestiges of daylight.
Right, we need to crack on with this. What are we standing around for?
Lead the way.
Let's crack on then.
Right, head to the transporter pad.
Right. As you sort of step back inside, Orwin, Captain Orlov sort of just pops a hand out and grabs your shoulder. She says, "Wait, one more thing. It's getting quite late. You all look pretty beaten up. If you would like, I can arrange a safe place for you to rest on the bottom floor."
I'm inclined to think that if we rest, that's giving Radosek a chance to rest and heal and fortify himself and prepare defences. But what do you two think?
Well, if we're going to go after him, we should do it now, yes. While we've got him on the run.
I'm in agreement with you, Elwyn.
Is there artificial lighting in the tower?
Yes, there is. As you sort of step back in through the icy portcullis, you can see that the ice that makes up the walls is shot through with almost a pearlescent pattern that runs kind of just below head level around all the walls. Gives off this lovely luminescent glow. It's quite soothing.
Not that it's an issue for me or Otto, of course, but these bloody humans. They can't see in the dark. Yeah, right. Strike while the iron's hot. But thank you for the offer. That we'll remember that. That's very
I
kind.
might take you up on it later. We just have to do something first.
Like I said, half the treasure in Najina's vault. Everything else is yours.
And revenge for your ancestors.
And you see she grips her greatsword with almost renewed purpose, and she says, "Yes, fight well for Orbifex." And she hefts the greatsword back onto her shoulders, and she heads back inside the tower.
Right. Right. Are we all in?
All in.
All in. Right, I'll start stroking the top of this crystal shard with my thumb like I saw her doing.
Okay. Which of the teleporters on the ground floor do you wish to use? The one to the north or the south?
What's the one... So not the one we just came out of, the other one.
The one you just came out of was the south, so the other one is the north.
North, then, because I think, chaps, this one will take us back up to where we were. We want to be in the other place where he was talking to us from the mirror.
That makes sense to me. Let's do that.
Right. You hop onto the teleporter pad. You you caress this crystal as you were shown by Captain Orlov. There is a familiar sense of transportation as you are lifted up, seemingly in a veil of ice of some sort, and coming into focus a few seconds later, you see the large dining room that you've been in previously, but seemingly from the other end of it. The five of you with Nadia sort of materialise in this place. You can see that the two sprites that have been flitting about are currently nowhere to be seen. There is a wooden door to your left. You see the door you travelled through before on your right at the other end of the room, and you can make out sort of past this stage area where the sprites were performing previously. You can make out two sets of double doors, one heading north and one heading south.
I think then, chaps, what we need to do is go to where we were and then go into that transporter that he used. What do you think?
Agreed.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, that's the plan then.
So where is it you're going?
Going back to that area where the globe was and where Nadia was being kept hostage and where his bedroom and that was.
Okay, so you're retracing your steps that you took to get out there in the first place.
Yes.
Okay. You head towards the door to the south, which you open up, and you find yourself in the long curved corridor where you briefly encountered Lady Argentia. There is a wooden door on the left-hand wall, and there are two wooden doors on the right, on the outside of the tower wall. And you can see ahead of you, just down the other end of the corridor, you can see the wooden door that you passed through previously to get to the last teleporter.
By the way, chaps, we haven't discussed this, have we? About Lady Argentia. That was weird.
That was weird.
Either this one's a fake, or the one that we know is a fake.
She didn't recognise us.
Well, no, but... Yes, one's got to be a fake, but we don't know which one. Maybe the other one's a changeling or something. Nadia, you don't know of Lady Argentia, do you? Lady Argentia Malacine?
Who?
I take that as a no.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Just a friend of ours from Heldren, back where we're from, and we saw her here, but she didn't recognise us.
Oh right, that's mighty strange.
That's yes. That sounds like trickster sort of magic-y things. Yes. Yes. Right. Anyway. Yes. Okay. Onwards and upwards. Off to the other teleporter then.
All right. Okay. You make your way back through the far door, and you find yourself back in the large chamber with the red carpet kind of leading up towards the teleporter, set into one of the alcoves. And as you all sort of come through that door, can I have perception rolls, please, folks? Also, who is leading the way here?
22.
10.
16. 16.
I'm guessing as Alwyn's holding the crystal, he'd be up front, would he?
Okay, that's fine. What were your rolls again? Brother Amos?
16.
16, okay.
22.
22 for Otto, and for Olwyn was
10.
10, okay. Okay, so Olwyn was leading the way.
I think, unless anyone wants to disagree.
No.
No.
Who was likely to have been at the back?
I'll take the back.
So Olwyn, as you're moving through, as you come through this door to the top, this kind of upper level, you see, well, you feel Nadia, who's behind you, sort of shoots out an arm and grabs your shoulder, and as she does so, she says, Olin, watch out. I've just seen... I'm fairly sure that those two statues just moved. And she points to the statues of the two sort of fairy folk that are flanking this red carpet.
Otto, burn them.
If it wasn't, I should have made it clearer. That perception roll was actually an initiative roll.
Right. Okay.
So Nadia's not doing anything else with her turn there. We're back. We are round to Otto. You've just seen. You're kind of just coming through the doorway, and you see Nadia sort of stop and grab Olwyn. and you hear her whisper, "I think those statues just moved." What would you like to do?
I suppose I want to see if they moved or if she's just imagining it, but why take a chance? Why not just let's see what happens if I set one on fire. I'll produce flame.
Produce flame. Roll an attack for me.
24.
Ooh, 24 will hit. Roll damage for me.
It's is it a 1d6 plus?
It's 2d4 plus charisma.
2d4 plus charisma. Why can I never remember that? So that's 2, 6, 9.
9. Okay, you lash out with this ball of flame, Otto, and it strikes into the icy body of this statue, and immediately begins to melt away. But moreover, you see as the fire strikes it, it begins to thrash around, seemingly in pain. One more action, Otto.
Have I put my hand crossbow away, or did I still have it handy? I'll get my hand crossbow out.
All right, you get your hand crossbow out. We're back round. We're round to Brother Amos. Brother Amos, you can't quite see what's going on. There's kind of a conga line of your allies in front of you, but you've heard Nadia stop the group, and you've just seen Otto throw a fireball at something.
I've just seen Otto throw a fireball at something.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'll ask Otto, what were you throwing fireballs at?
These things that we thought were statues, but apparently they're not.
I'm assuming that I can see the statues though in sight.
From where you are, you can't see them because of the way the building curves. But you do recall that there were these two statues here the first time you came up.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to move towards the statues.
Okay. You can do so. You sort of stride up to it. You have to push past your comrades a bit. It's quite a crowded corridor. You can absolutely move up.
Okay.
Get out of my way! Get out of my way!
Are they,
Let me at him.
Let me through. I'm a doctor.
Are they moving? Is there movement?
Yes.
I'm just going to punch a statue.
Cool. Roll your attacks.
Natural 20, 28.
Oh, roll double damage there for me, and I'll grab your crit card. So many crits tonight. It's great.
Yeah.
10.
Statue of a slaver. Quick, throw it in the river.
Right. You rush up towards this icy statue, and you slam your fist into it. There's a hefty crack, and you watch as this statue was kind of sort of writhing a little bit in pain from the fire. You strike its centre mass, and the whole thing shatters as you do so. However, as you do so, your fist, as it strikes into the creature, you feel a chill spread throughout your body, and you take a point of cold damage.
Okay.
You've got one action left.
Take that, you icy bastard. How far away is the other statue?
The other statue, it's real close. You can get there with 10 feet of movement. 15 feet of movement.
I'll hang back. I'll end my turn.
Right. We're round to Olwyn. You've received this warning from Nadia. You've watched Otto throw a fireball, and you've watched Brother Amos just shatter one of these statues with his fists.
Okay, so the one that that Otto hit with the fireball, that certainly did some damage, didn't it?
Yes, it didn't seem to like the fire.
So
Okay.
that is the same one that Brother Amos
That is the same one that Brother Amos just smashed.
Is the other one still keeping very still?
Olwyn, you notice it's starting to turn towards you.
Okay, first action will be to draw my alchemist fire. Second action will be to throw the alchemist fire. Is that athletics or acrobatics? Or
If you're throwing the alchemist fire, that's an attack roll, but you're not proficient, so it's just strength.
oh, which I don't have any of anyway. So straight D20. There goes nothing. Oh, a natural 1. Oh no.
Oh, D6
no.
missed you.
1. Oh shit.
Olwyn, roll a D6 for me.
5.
All right, Alwyn, as you go to throw this alchemist's fire, you clench it just a bit too hard, and the glass shatters in your grasp. You are coated in this burning liquid substance. You take 5 points of fire damage.
Oops.
Brother Amos and Nadia are also kind of coated by it. And you each take 1. So, Brother Amos, you take 1 point of fire damage. As does Nadia.
Does Chardonnay as well?
That's a good point. I hadn't placed Chardonnay properly. Yes, Chardonnay does.
Okay. Can I use liberating... Oh no, it's by an enemy, isn't it?
It is. It specifies
Yeah.
an enemy.
It does specify
I think
an
for this
enemy,
exact situation.
Which, I mean, I'm hardly being friendly. Oh, sorry!
It was quite chilly in here anyway. I wouldn't worry about it.
Sorry! Do you know
also,
what?
go on, sorry.
Oh, no, go on. Also,
I was going to say,
also is
if you
worrying.
just make a note, you're taking 1 persistent fire damage, Olwyn.
Okay, is there a way of stopping that? Like patting my arms or scraping
I think
the gun
I'm
cap?
just. It's been a while since I've done persistent damage. Persistent damage. Yes, you have to use 2 actions in order to do so.
Okay, so one action will be to draw the cold iron longsword.
Okay.
Last action will be to command Chardonnay to attack the creature.
Where haven't you used 1 to draw and 1 to throw?
Oh, sorry. Yes. So, so rather than drawing the cold iron longsword, then sorry, I'll command Chardonnay to attack.
Right. So Chardonnay sort of bursts through the group, so it's still a few flames licking across his fur, and rushes towards the statue. Roll an attack for me.
Anyone else smell burnt dog?
Smells like barbecue.
That'll be you.
19.
19 does hit. Roll damage for me.
Excellent. Uh, 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay. as Chardonnay snaps into this creature with his jaws, there's a scraping of bone on ice as this creature seems to take some damage. Chardonnay does take a point of cold damage as he bites into it.
Ooh. Okay.
This chill kind of spreads from the creature into Chardonnay's mouth, almost like giving it a brain freeze.
Right. Okay.
And it was how much damage? Sorry, 6.
6 points damage. Yeah.
Lovely stuff. All right. At the end of your turn, Orwin, you and Chardonnay each take 1 persistent fire damage.
Okay.
And it's a DC 15 flat check to see if it ends.
For both of us.
Yes. Well, it's a separate roll for each of you.
Okay. Yes. Oh, rolled a 2 for me. And for Chardonnay, a natural 20.
Okay, so the fire burns out on Chardonnay, but you are still taking persistent damage.
Okay.
All right, end of your turn. It's actually now round to the statue. At last, they rolled awfully on their own initiatives. The statue is going to attack the thing nearest to it, which is Chardonnay. You see, from what were before these quite elegant, beautiful, icy hands, you see some claws protruding, and it rakes towards Chardonnay with them. 19 to hit.
19 is exactly what was needed.
All right. So Chardonnay.
A liberating step, by the way.
Liberating step. Okay. So Chardonnay would take 7 points of slashing damage, reduced to 2. Chardonnay also takes. Liberating step is resistance to all damage on that attack, isn't it?
I believe so. Yes.
All right. Chardonnay would also have taken 3 points of cold damage, but that's negated by liberating step.
Okay.
Alright, we are round to... Oh, actually, no, it's still got 2 actions. Strikes once again at Chardonnay. That's a 15, that's a miss. And a natural 1.
Yay!
And you watch this statue as it tries to rake towards Chardonnay. It kind of gets itself tangled up, and there's a slightly comical moment as the statue seems to strike itself. It drew backswing.
Yay!
Okay, so the that ends the statue's turn. We're around to Nadia. Brother Amos, you feel her push past you, sort of rushing towards this statue, drawing her axe as she does so. And as she gets into range of it, she slams the statue with her axe, and you watch as it shatters into many, many pieces. And that is where we're going to end for tonight, folks.
Yay!
Many, many pieces.
So many crits and fumbles.
That was a good game. I think that's the most we've used them in the entire campaign so far.
Probably is. Probably more tonight
than the rest put together.
All the rest put together, yeah.
Tales from the 20 Side is a Feegle Films production in association with Juicy Falls, music by Nazar Ryback from hooksounds.com, editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram by searching Tales from the 20 Side or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com.